Morning, I'm bringing to us the topic on paying last respect or saying farewell to our loved ones. As an introduction, discussing issues pertaining to transition out of this world is not a pleasant and easy one for most people. That notwithstanding, we are confronted at oftentimes and quite unexpectedly with the loss of close and distant relatives. Just like last week, I just got a call that my aunt passed on. So she was sick just 3 weeks ago, but now she's dead. So you see, most of the time we are confronted with these issues, and this is a young aunt, the last from my mother's side. So sometimes we are not prepared for these things, but they do happen, and that's why we need to talk about them. So since the above matters do need to be treated, there happens to be those among us who are talented with the ability to assist us reduce the burden and inconveniences which comes with losing a loved one or a close relative. It is important we discuss this despite the disdain we all have for death and everything pertaining to it. Dignity in life can also be maintained in death, and for that reason, we all need to pay some attention to making proper arrangements for a dignified farewell when loved ones or we ourselves depart this world. In this broadcast, Miss Lenny Ostwood, who is the director of the funeral service company in Laster Growth, as it is called in Dutch, what is that? Farewell?
No, they say een laatste groet.
Een laatste groet.
Last farewell.
Is our guest to tell us what she does and what it can mean to every one of us. So this morning I welcome you to Radio Voice of Naija, Miss Lenny. Say hello to our audience.
Good morning. My name is Lenny Ostwood. I'm the director of the funeral home service in Laster Growth, and I say hello to all of you.
Okay, thank you for being here this morning. Lenny, how do you come to choose this vacation as a funeral service director?
Okay, I started in 1969. My sister...
1969?
What?
96?
1996. Ja, dus 1996.
Yeah, okay.
My sister was sick. She had cancer, and she asked me to arrange her funeral. So I told her I don't know nothing about it, and I'm a teacher, so I don't know how to arrange these things. And she told me, yes, you have to do it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, if you want to, then I have to read something, I have to make some phone calls, ask people who has this experience. And so it started.
Mm-hmm.
And from that she passed away, and I got interested in this professional. So I started learning and go to some, how you call it, visit crematorium and graveyards, talk to people about it. And then, after 2 years I said, okay, I'm going to leave my job as a teacher, and then I start this company. That's the start of the company.
Okay, so when your niece, you said? Your sister, when your sister, when she was about to die, so she told you that you need to arrange
everything. Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Yes, it was very sad, because I know she had no long time to live. But I feel, how you say it, for me it was in Dutch they say, it was for me very responsible to do it, because it's my sister. And I was glad also that she asked me to do it. So I said, okay, I don't have a choice.
Yes.
This is the last thing I have to do for her, and that's why I do it.
Wow. So, what is your personal philosophy about about the subject death, and how should everyone else take it?
Yes, it is very difficult because it depends on how someone passed away. If somebody is sick, it is, for me, I think it's easier to accept, because you see somebody is has a lot of pain, had to do a lot of how you say it, go through a difficult period, and then they say if you passed away, then you have rest in peace. But if somebody who say that in that self-mort,
Someone kills himself.
Suicide, yes.
Mm.
Then it is difficult, because you don't prepare. It is difficult to prepare, but then somebody takes his own life, and then I think it's very difficult to accept that.
Yes, exactly. It's true.
Yes,
it's true.
And if somebody is old, you said, okay, he has a long, good life, and he passed away. Okay, but if it's someone who is young, still in the middle of their life, then I think it is very difficult. So I think it depends on how you will be passed away and how you cope with that.
Wow. Well, this broadcast is very interesting, and more especially at this season where Netherlands is mourning the death of 100 and something of its citizens who were victims of flight MH17, the Malaysian airline that crashed a few days ago. So I think if you're out there and you are listening to this broadcast right now, you may feel to give us a call on 020-737-1619. An expert is here who may encourage you or who may help you to know how you can bid farewell to those that you love. So, Miss Lenny, I heard you say that the way people die depends on the gravity of the pain, is that?
Yes.
Alright, so when they are old, you feel it's a lesser pain, or? That's to you.
That's to me, yes. Yes, that's to me.
Because to me, even though my father had just passed on, my
Yes.
father passed on in the month of December, as old as he was, I still feel his absence because of, you know, the closeness of me and him.
Yes.
So I think death is always something that nobody can be comfortable with, or nobody can be used to. The pain it brings and the vacuum it leaves is unexplainable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand that, because yes, it is the pain you feel, but if somebody is old, I think we all have to go once. But if it's a younger people or somebody is very sick and had a lot of pain, I think when they passed away, you also it is also a sorrow, but they had a lot of a longer life to live. I can explain it, if I can say it in Dutch, it's better for me, but I will try to explain it in English.
Yes.
So for the listeners, but
yes.
For me it is, if a child is born, the mother is glad and says it, okay, you will be with me for a long period.
Yeah.
And then a child passed away, then you also feel the pain.
Yeah.
But if it's older people, your mother or your father, and they live long, then I think it's not, you're an adult, so you can cope better with it, I think.
Well, maybe that is how it is, but I believe that it's always very difficult to
lose someone.
that is so. To be able to deal with that. But however, it's a necessary end, and we are trusting God that people must live old before. But then, how can those who are family members of the victims of MH17 that crashed, how do you expect them to take it now? Because these people didn't plan to die, and all of a sudden it has come. Yes. So how do you expect the family members to plan plan for that in their heart now?
Difficult, because they went on vacation and they thought they will arrive and then they will meet again. And then suddenly you get such a message that not one but about 200 people from the Dutch country passed away.
Yeah.
And that is very difficult to cope with it.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody has their own feeling about it, but it's still something you don't expect and you don't want to accept.
Okay. Wow. So how would your families handle it now?
It is difficult to handle it because they don't see nobody. They only get that information from the television. And also, if I'm listening to the information, I get angry because the governments do their utmost, but still you have nothing.
Yes.
And that is difficult because you want to feel your relatives. You want to feel the one who passed away.
Yeah.
To know it's for sure, but you want to see it. And when I saw it on the television when the body came to Holland.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of coffins. You saw a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Everybody was standing in a row in the city, but you don't know if it's your loved one.
Exactly. So confusing.
Yes, and what I hear from the news is that they told us they put it in body bags, and they put different bodies in one coffin. So that made me also crazy.
Oh.
So yes, because it is. You know that it happened, but you don't know if it's your loved one. And if they told it on the television there are more body bags in one coffin, I can imagine how you get the opportunity to see that exactly if it's your loved ones.
Yeah,
how
I think
gonna yes, how you say it. You can't accept it.
Exactly. I think why they still put them in the body bags is because they've not yet arrived at the final. They've not identified who they are, you know. So they are still doing what they can just to bring them very closer to their people and then begin to identify. I believe when they identify the corpse, they will now begin to put them separately and put them in one coffins.
Yes, but then also you it's not the way you want it, because it is an accident. You have to accept it. But as a person, it's not the way you want it.
Exactly. So it's very painful.
Yes.
We pray that their families be comforted. Tell us what you find interesting in your profession, and also what you find challenging. Yes,
what I find challenging in my profession.
No, interesting.
Interesting. Okay, is that I like it to help people and to advise them and to encourage them. And when somebody passed away, they don't know how to cope with it, and then in my job I try to take a lot of time for them and help them to between the rules of the law, how to give them a funeral or a cremation where they have a lot of satisfaction with it. And that is for me to work with the people.
Let's take this call. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Yeah. Oh, good morning, sir. How are you? No, we're hearing you. Yeah, go on, please. Okay. Okay, so she told you, you first and foremost, you are, all right. The caller said that he is congratulating you for the job you are doing, and at the same time, he has approached you on how you can extend your services to Ghana, and then you said to him that you were going to do something over there, but till now he has not seen you extending that service. So what do you have to say? So thank you, caller, for calling us, and in case you are out, you still need more clarification, please feel free to give us a call on 020-737-1619. We are here live with the director of the funeral service company and last recruit, Miss Lenny Ostwald. So can you please respond to what the caller just said?
He asked why I don't start it with something in
Ghana. Yeah,
okay.
Yes, because they've been itching and wanting that you carry the service.
Yes, what I'm doing, if somebody passed away here in Holland, then I send the deceased abroad to their home country.
Okay.
But I don't have an office in Ghana. That's for me not possible.
Okay.
There's, when the body has to go to Ghana, then we can send it to Ghana, but we have to work together with a funeral office in Ghana.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. There's another caller for you. Another, yes.
Yeah, so do you send bodies to Suriname, for example?
To?
Suriname.
Yes.
Is it that you have an office in Suriname? That's why you do that. You're able to send bodies to Suriname?
No. We send the body to Suriname, but we work with the funeral home services there, also to the Antilles. So you can have offices everywhere.
Okay. So you have partner companies you work with?
Yes.
Did you?
And also, if somebody passed away here and they want to go to another country, then the family members there arrange in the home country the funeral or the cremation. So we work with the one who is going to do the cremation or the funeral there.
So why don't you seek a partner organization in Ghana like the caller requested to be able to do this?
Yes, it is possible, but I can put an office there. I have, well, if I was to work to Ghana, then I have to have a partner there. That is possible.
Okay.
So you can work with them. For instance, you go with them, know who he is or who the office is working, what the governments want from us. But there is an international way of doing the papers and how to prepare the body before they leave. That's what we're doing here. Okay. And then we send it to the other countries. Right.
So do you made mention of Ghana and at the same time Suriname and the Antilles.
Yeah.
Do you also do that in Nigeria?
You can do it everywhere because it is the how you say it, the procedure how to send the body to another country, that is always the same. But you have to have a co-partner in the other country.
Okay.
Because when the body arrives, then they have to pick up the body.
Yeah.
So they need some license, work with the douane.
Yeah.
To
customs.
Yeah.
Wow. All of these processes.
Yeah.
Wow. So continue with the question. We want to know the area of your interest in this vocation, and at the same time the area of your challenges.
Okay. My challenges are to. You mean your uitdagingen?
Yeah. What are some of the challenges you've been having?
Yes. What I was have is to build here. I say it. Uitvaartcentrum,
like a funeral home,
home here.
Yeah.
For everyone here.
In Southeast, you mean?
Yes. That's for a long period. But now the government here has chosen somebody else to do it, a bigger company.
Oh.
So we have to deal with that and in the future have to work with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That was one of my
Challenge.
challenges.
Okay. Any other challenge?
Another one.
Yeah, is there another challenge? I mean, you must have challenges dealing with different types of people, different types of families,
Yes.
and different types of nationalities.
Yes, yes. This challenge to work with different types of nationalities because they have their own culture, they have their own, gewoontes.
Habits.
Likes.
Habits.
How you treat the people, how you have a service, a funeral service.
Yeah.
That is, for me, one of the challenges.
Wow.
What about the interest? You didn't discuss that.
The interest, we did not hear much about your interest. That which
in this job.
gives you passion to continue to be seeing dead people. Almost, how often do you really see them?
Oh, very often.
So that
but
means,
in the beginning, when I was not in this job, I was very afraid of,
yes.
of that people. So
yes.
I have to, when my sister passed away, then she gave me the courage to deal with that.
Yeah.
And to wear clothes for her, do everything.
Wow.
That's for me, how you say it, the initiation,
Yeah.
initiation to start with it. Because therefore I was very afraid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now if somebody passed away now, I don't get afraid. I go there, go to the home, look what has happened, how to do it, talk with the people and arrange everything.
Do you somehow, please permit me, you see I'm just looking at you. Do you somehow feel it? Do you somehow feel like after having gone to see the person, do you somehow visualize it maybe in your private time and then maybe it's haunting you?
No.
Really?
Yes, no.
Wow.
No, from the beginning when I was started with it, I said, okay, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
So give me the strength to do it. And that's when I go to the people, when I get a phone call, somebody passed away, before I go there, I talk with myself.
Yeah.
I'm going there to help.
Yes.
It is my job, but I'm going there to help.
Yeah.
And then I go there with a free mind. I don't know what I'm going to expect it. Some people are very angry, aggressive, because they lose control over the situation. But I try to keep them calm and do my job. It is difficult to explain, but
yes.
that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Because before I started with my job, I also talk with myself. Sometimes I pray. It depends on how I feel. Sometimes you get somebody on the telephone, they start crying before they say something.
Yeah.
And then I told them, okay, I'm listening. I don't talk anything, I'm still listening. And then after that, I prepare myself to do the job.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So before we take a short break, tell our listeners which part of the Amsterdam community are engaged in your services and which part are lesser engaged in your services.
The right people in Amsterdam are lesser engaged because I'm from Suriname. I had a lot of funerals from Suriname, and I live here more than 35 years in Southeast.
Yeah.
So I have more people from Southeast who
yeah.
know me and ask me to do the funeral for them.
Yeah. So the white people are not involved. Is that what you mean? They are lesser.
Yes, it depends on, because you it's the way how you make your advertisement.
You don't reach out to them?
Yes, also, but it is very difficult because a lot of them have an insurance. And then when they passed away, then from the insurance, they call the insurance company, and then the insurance company is called a funeral undertaker.
Okay.
And mostly they work with the three bigger ones, and that is Dela, Monuta, and Yarda. So you have to do your job with your community.
Yeah. Okay. So, but those who come to you, those who if they do not have insurance, what do they do? Can you still
do it?
Yes.
Yes. But they have to pay the money for the funeral.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have the money, they collect it. Sometimes they ask the government to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the charges, are they very exorbitant? Are they very expensive to get you to arrange those things?
If it is very expensive.
Yeah, or it is very cheap.
No, it is very expensive to do it.
Wow.
It's very expensive. If, for instance, if you have a funeral here in Holland, and you choose for a grave for your own, then I think it's about 5,000–6,000 euros. That's very expensive. If you don't have insurance, it's very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but then we have also heard that even though you've chosen the grave,
Yeah.
So it's not just only one person that is buried in a grave. Is that true or not?
No, it's not true. They have a different type of graves. You can have one for the family, so you have 3 or 4 people in it, it's for the family. Sometimes you buy one grave for your own. Sometimes you go with other people in it, with no relatives, and then you get a lower pay for that.
Wow.
So if you have one for your own,
so
it's expensiver.
That's about the 5,000 you said?
Yeah.
All right, for one person in one grave.
Yes.
Okay, but the other one is like Moxalesi. That means many
people don't have a relationship with themselves.
Yeah.
Then they can go bury there. But it is cheaper because everybody who's going there is pay a piece of the grave.
So how much is cheaper? How much?
For instance, if you have a grave for your own, and I take the funeral, how you say it, in Oost, the begraafplaats, there you pay for a grave 1,000 euros. And then you have to pay also
that is the shared one. That is
yes.
For mixed. For
No. That's
for one person.
That's one person. That's only the ground. And then you have to pay for prepare the grave. That's about 600–700 euros. So for that grave is 1,700. You pay for it. And then every year you pay for, how you call it, onderhoud.
Maintenance.
Yes. And if the other one, what I say with other people, then you pay 800 euro, and then it's for 10 years, and then you don't have to pay maintenance.
How much is that?
So it's 50% from the other one.
Which is 3,000 something? Or?
No. If you have a grave for your own,
yeah,
that's about 1,000 euro. And then you have to pay to prepare
for the ground 700. Yeah.
And then the maintenance about 100 euro a year.
Every year, okay.
So for that grave it is 1,750 for that year.
Okay.
And the other one you pay 800. And that is for 10 years. So you don't have to pay more.
Anymore. Oh, okay.
There's a big difference because there are other people also, 3 or 4. So you pay all 800, and then it is 4,000 for the whole grave. And the other one it is 1,700 for your own.
So how many people can they put in a common grave?
3, 4,
3,
sometimes
4.
5. Depends on which part of the ground.
Wow.
Wow.
But how exactly did they do it? Because when you go to the funeral service, the burial, you see just one open grave, and then and then when everybody's gone, then they put it like
no.
layer upon layer, or what?
They prepare the grave before.
Yes.
So they dig it
to the level you must go.
Yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
then they put the first one, and then they put a plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they put the other one, and then they put.
Cover it.
Is it gravel?
Yeah.
Sand.
Yeah.
Sand.
No, not sand. A plate.
Oh.
A plate. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other one, a plate, the other one. But when they start with this grave today,
Yeah.
then the next grave, they put the other one. So when they bury today in this one, they don't bury right away in this one.
Right away. Okay.
So they put it in the other one beside. And then they close it, and then they open the other one to put the plate, and then the other one. And they close it, and then the other one. So they prepare the grave before, eh?
Wow. Okay.
It's just like a flat, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they already know how many people they want to
For this,
in
yes,
that
yes,
grave.
yes, yes.
Wow.
And then they prepare it before.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so they have a whole place with such a type of grave.
Yeah. So why they are doing it this way could be because of the shortage of land.
Yes, that is one. And also for a price, because a lot of people can pay it.
Yes. Wow.
And after 10 years, then they how you say it, they
Take everybody out,
yes,
and then do what?
and then they if there are bones,
Yeah.
then
They burn them.
they burn them, yes, and then they prepare it again for other people.
After how many years?
Yes.
After 10 years. But the one do you have for your own is 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
And the other
my
one is
goodness.
10 years. And that is 10 years is for what the government said. Eh?
Yeah.
After 10 years, then you can, how you say it, opruimen. Eh?
No problem. You can pull everything out, clean it up.
Yeah, clean it up and then.
So it means if you're buried here, it means you only can enjoy 10 years or 20 years, and after that you make way for another.
Yeah. But if it is if it is the one for your own,
Yeah.
then when it is after 20 years, they send you a letter. Hey, the 20 years is.
So you want to
So
keep
if
it
you
still?
want to keep it, so if you don't want to keep it, then they give it to someone else.
Wow. You
That's
are ready to.
all out for you.
This is all for you. So if you have and you have more questions from Mebra Lady, just give us a call on 02737 1619. I mean, they are doing what
Yes, they don't have permanent graves here.
Exactly,
Yeah,
they were doing what Israelites like. They had to escalate the bones of Joseph and carry Joseph along.
Yeah.
So they don't have permanent graves in Holland. You have heard it so that when you are paying for the one you are alone, you are not. Well, let's take a short break right now. We get back to you again.
Take that call, maybe.
Hello, caller? Yeah, go on. Yeah, you heard what he said.
Yes, I hear what he said.
Okay. Can you please answer?
Yes, it is possible to buy a grave before you passed away. Somebody is doing it because then they see where they're going to lay down, so they pay it. But it is very expensive because you pay already, and if you passed away about 20 years, then you pay that money.
Wow.
So it's better to do it when you're, how you say it, you know that, for instance, you're sick and you know that it's going to happen in a short period, then you can go and look and then you buy it.
Okay.
But now, if you're healthy, it is not
advisable.
Yes, to do it now because you don't know how long you're going to live.
Oh.
And then you start paying it when you buy it.
Wow. Yeah. But yes, the person can pay for it. Then you know, to pay ahead of it.
Yes.
You know, to know that at least he or she have a grave.
Yes. But why you buy it now?
To be sure that at least he or she must be put in a grave. So that, I mean, now the person has money, he wants to invest in that to just buy his grave.
Yes, but you have to still pay it 20 years. If you buy it now and you passed away after 20 years, then you have to pay it from the beginning till the 20 years. So why you don't take an insurance or said, okay, I'm going to prepare that for when it's happened?
Really?
That is better to do than to buy it now and then pay the money till, for instance, after 20 years you passed away. Then you start again.
Is it that people are not allowed to just pay it in bulk? Like maybe somebody has money and wants to pay. I know that the person.
Yes, you can buy it, but you have to pay the maintenance also every year. Yes.
Even though the person is not yet dead?
Yes.
You already begin to maintain the graveyard.
Yes.
Well, callers, you have heard it at Voice of Naija listeners. Now, this is Holland for you.
Yeah.
And then we are going to take a very short break now. And then we hope to get back to you. Thank you. Paying the last respect to the departed, what do you think are the most essential things our people must know?
For me, it is better to communicate with their relatives. Told them what they want when they passed away. Somebody want to have a funeral, other one want to cremation, other one want to go home in their home country. So they have to communicate it with the other ones. And then, if it's possible for them, that they take an insurance, because it is very expensive for to have a funeral here and also to send the body home. Because if you send the body home and then some relatives want to fly to pay respect there, then they have also buy a ticket, and then you have to make the arrangement also for the funeral in your home country. That's a very expensive funeral then. And here, so I say, for a cremation or for the funeral here, for the burial here, it's also about 5,000, sometimes 6,000, 7,000. Depends on which type of coffin you take. It just depends on how many time you need in the church or in the aula of the crematorium.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cost. For instance, to prepare the body, to take it from the one place to the other place.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive. So it's better if they have the possibility to take an insurance. I would advise them to do that.
So if they do not have the insurance because they are not documented, as you are aware that we are in a life situation where some people are not documented, so and all of a sudden something happens to them. So how much can you give us just a rough figure? How much can that cost?
It's about 3,000 or 4,000 euros.
Okay.
Yes.
So
and sometimes, they go to the government to ask them for help. Depends on. Sometimes the church helps them.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stress.
Yes, I can imagine. Okay, there's a question for you here in the studio.
I want to know. People take insurance, like you said, for this type of thing, for the funerals. In your case, if somebody wants to deal with you, must they also still take an insurance? How does it really work? Because I don't know, I don't quite understand.
They don't have to take an insurance, but it is a small payment. I don't sell insurance, but it is a small payment every month for a big, how you say, for a high price of the funeral.
Yeah.
But if they don't have an insurance and somebody passed away, then they have to pay it by themselves. And the government here said you have to do the funeral between 6 work days.
Oh.
So you have to try to arrange everything in that period. That's why I said there's a lot of stress.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't have the money, then the government will look if they can help you, but otherwise you have to pay it back. And before the government say yes, then they have to, how you say it, look everything.
Yeah.
Ask the family members. And sometimes you don't have family members, you only have friends, so they can take the responsibility for it.
Wow.
Because it's very difficult.
Yes. So those are probably part of the ones they just bury in a mixed grave.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they don't even bury them, then they
Do the cremation.
cremation.
Yeah.
Cremation, you got it?
Yeah.
So that is the process of burning the people.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that in Africa anyway. That's why I'm ignorant.
Yeah.
So we don't have that. We don't have that. So
they can have a funeral here.
Wow.
But then still the government need, because you can't leave the body like that. You have to do something. And so I said the law said 6 work days, so you have to do it, and then after that they will look how they're going to get their money, or they talk with the embassy sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what my experience is. And then the embassy take the responsibility.
So, you know, we have just a few more minutes. We want you to tell our audience how your company can help them prepare to receive or to give good farewell to their loved ones. Go ahead, tell us.
For instance,
your company, not any other company. Your company,
En laatste groep.
Yeah.
Yes. If they call me if something happened, somebody passed away, then
they call you on what line?
On 020 and then 4530845.
Oh, you are too fast.
020 and then 4530845.
Yeah.
And then I can start a procedure, and then I will look what the problem is. Maybe there is no problem for the insurance or the money, but if
they call you when they have heard the message that maybe their loved ones have a terminating?
Yes, it's also possible. So they can. It's better to call them, because you know that this is a short period and it's going to happen. So you can prepare, or you can ask what difficulties are and how you want it. So I can make a price, or tell them how to do it, or go to the government, advise them, and then when it's happened, then they know already what they're going to do and what the possibility are.
Yeah,
that's better. But sometimes it happens before you have the possibility to do that, and then you also can call us, and then you can look what we can do for you.
Wow. So what's your final remark on this whole issue?
Yes.
What advice do you have for those who are listening to you?
My advice is to, if the possibility is for insurance, because I know it is very expensive and you got a lot of stress. And for those who don't have it, please, if you have the possibility, talk with the other people how it's, when something happened, how you can do it together.
Wow. Let me ask you this question before we sign up. You know, there's this man, I don't know whether it is really a real situation, but in Africa they always will say, those who are busy with these coffers and all of this. So when you ask them, how are you doing? How are you doing, sir? How is your business? And then they say, wow, business? You're asking me your business when you're walking around? Business is not doing fine. Because you're walking around. So, do you feel that way?
No, I don't feel that way.
Well,
in other words, when less people die, then no business is not good.
Exactly. Well, this is just to loosen the atmosphere a little bit. Remember, we've just had a very powerful session with Miss Lenny Oswald, discussing on how you can prepare yourself for this necessary end, and at the same time how you can help to give your loved ones a befitting funeral. Okay, so should you want to get the service of Miss Lenny, please give her a call on 020-4530-845. Am I not right to say it's a service you are rendering?
Yes.
So whoever is out there and you want the service of
okay, I have a question. They also can.
Or you have a question as well, please give Lenny a call on 020-4530-845. And with this, we just want to say thank you, Lenny, for being with us today. We have enjoyed you. And in case you have more tips which you think the migrant community will need, so that you can give them a befitting service, please feel free to contact Radio Voice of Naija, and then tell us how we may work together with you. God richly bless you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome then.